Hi guys. So, after the surgery I had, where they took out that thick lining in my, pretty much, just to kind of back this up. If you guys are scared of like blood and stuff like that, do not watch this video. If you don't like hearing about female issues or problems, do not watch this video because I'm going to go in, whether you like it or not, because it's a part of me, and I'm going through stuff. Okay. So, in August, I was bleeding like super duper heavy. Like I was bleeding like too much to where I was going through pass. It was running down my legs and everything. I was having like huge big ass blood clots. And I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna lighten up. It never lightened up. So a lot of people thought I had fibroids. And I thought I had fibroids too. Whatever. I'll be like everybody else. So when I went to an OBGYN, I told them my symptoms. They're like super concerned. So even when they kind of gave me an ultrasound and stuff like that, and I could see like my uterus looks fine, except for I had cysts on my ovaries, and I could see in my uterus, I had like this really weird lining in my uterus that's not supposed to be there. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna have surgery because, like, for that to be removed, hopefully your periods can be buried and stuff like that. And also, you got PCOS. And I was like, PCOS? What is that? And they were like, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome, which means that I have cysts on my ovaries, which can or cannot be cancerous. If it's gonna be cancerous, we're gonna have a big issue about that. I'm like, okay, things so positive. And then I had surgery a week before Thanksgiving. Went back to work right around Monday, and my freaking uterus was cramping and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cool. Had a surgery, everything's fine. Not trying to have another surgery, hell no. So I go on and live my life to the best I can. And then I get a phone call because I was supposed to go to my doctor appointment on the beginning of, I think it was like the first week of, I think it was either the first or second week of like December, that I was to come back and get a checkup. And they said, yeah, we did a biopsy on the thick lining. I mean, we did a biopsy, we did some stuff and tests on the lining of your uterus. And also while doing your surgery, they said they found some polyps. And in the lining that they took out, and it said that's normal, but what was not normal, like he said, if it was just less than 1%, he wouldn't worry about it. But since it was like somewhat of a chance, because I had like 1% of like cancerous cells in that lining they took out, and they found a lot more that were undeveloped in that issue, and they can or cannot become cancerous. And since I've been bleeding like that for so long, they're worried that can happen again, to where I can either bleed out and die, or get cancer and have it spread out to other parts in my body. So I got diagnosed with endometrious cancer. Yeah, I'm not super happy about that whatsoever. Even though it is 1%, I'd rather be 0% because my doctor said if it was like 0%, he really wouldn't worry about it, you know. But the doctor I went to today in Birmingham, she said it's all because I have PCOS, and I have a lot of the worst symptoms of PCOS from what she was telling me, and that unfortunately this had happened. And I told her, yeah, this is also runs in my family, and they're asking a lot of suspicious like questions. They're like, oh, do your family has any other cancer in your family? I said, well, I know my mom's side of the family has like a lot of lung cancer, and my mom's side of the family nothing like related to like the female body whatsoever. And like, okay. So I do have a lot of fertility issues on my mom's side of the family, not my dad's side of the family. My dad's side of the family can have babies like crazy. My mom's side of the family, there's a lot of different fertility issues, which I'm not going to mention their names here because that's not my business, but I do know of their stories. And I thought I would never have issue getting pregnant. I thought I would have never have an issue of like getting cancer or anything like this. I thought I have like a normal, somewhat healthy life. I know like my health has not been 100%, but still I was able to kind of live like with really no worries or no regrets till like, because like the beginning of 2021 I was fine, and then as soon as I switched jobs and then I had like, I think because I had so much stress going on, um that probably really activated a lot of things in my system because I was going through a lot, guys, like a lot. And I can't really say it here because there are pretty much like ongoing cases, and I don't want to like spill the tea into where something has like not been done or dealt with, you know. So it's just a lot of things going at one time, and then like boom, you know, I was just like bleeding out of control. I have not had my period yet. After my surgery, they said that's like kind of normal, but like they're trying to see like when I do start, you know, they're going to see if I start bleeding heavy again, or I'll have a normal period. I'm hoping and praying for a normal period. I wish for a normal period so that way I can kind of start, you know, being active and start like having my cycle and stuff like that. So that way um, I can go to the IVF doctor and go see that person and actually, you know, get pregnant. And I do have a donor set up as well. This person like has always volunteered to be a donor for me, and I'm like, I appreciate you. You know, he has good swimmers, and I'm like, bet. Even though even though this may not be a route I want to go, whoever I'm dating is gonna have to know the situation and whether if they want kids right now and then, because like she gave me some kind of medicine. I forgot what it was called to help me kind of be productive, like have my pretty much have my system kind of like ramp up to where I can start my period and actually like get things started for me. And then I have to go back in 6 months to the actual OBGYN doctor in Birmingham to see if my body is ready to kind of get things going. And I have to really try to lose weight as much as I can to kind of be healthy for this child, because like I have a suspicion that if I do get pregnant, like childbirth is like, I mean I know childbirth is not easy, but like giving birth is probably gonna be 10 times harder for me because I'm going to bleed a lot, and I probably can like die from like losing too much blood. So I really wanted like a home birth. You know, I wanted to like have a baby at home, or like in the bathtub or something, or like in a little kiddie swimming pool, stuff like that, or have like a water bath at home and like have like people around me and stuff like that, and have it like soothing and peaceful. More than likely, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital to give birth because it's gonna be such a high risk for me, and I can only really attempt to have pregnancy one time. You know, I can't really like mix with it because like I'm at stage 1, which is not that serious, but it's serious enough because like she doesn't want me to have like these cancerous cells spread in me to where like it kind of is my uterus to where she like pull it out. And I don't mind adopting or like take care of other people's kids, but for me, I always wanted to be a mom. That was my dream. So if I can kind of push this dream just a little bit more, that would be great. Because like I wish I had kids like when I was younger, took it like a bit more seriously. But like I wasn't interested in like dating anybody or like being with anybody until like now, you know? And I'm like, I don't want to have to like put my dreams to the side and, you know, sacrifice that just for my health, because my health's always in bad shape. So I can just push it up just a little bit more. I'll be fine. But like I always wanted a big family anyway. But like I think I'll have to have I think I have to have more than one baby at one time, just so that way I can be satisfied. You know, I have to have like at least twins or triplets or quads in order for me to feel like I'm like at peace with myself, to get to actually having to sacrifice and give up my uterus, because my uterus is just like doing the most right now. And it just sucks because like all these little signs and symptoms, were there and I didn't even know. And I wish they would teach more in school. I wish that like these doctors would took me a bit more seriously when I told them, hey, I'm having a lot of bleeding. I'm having a lot of clots. And then when I did tell one doctor, and she was a female, she said, go take iron pills. That will help out. I took the iron pills and it has not helped out with my period whatsoever. And it's crazy, it's ridiculous that these are happening this way, but maybe because they're like pushing me to, I feel like the universe this whole like couple of years have been pushing me to do more stuff that's like more adult stuff that I've been kind of put off for a long, because like I don't want the responsibility, and I've been pushing on putting kids for like the longest. I'm like, whoa, I'm 31. Where has time flown? And I have not had a kid. And I guess like whoever I'm dating or whoever I'm going to be in a relationship with is going to have to accept the fact that I may have to have a kid with someone else's like swimmers. It may not be their own child. At this point. So she is gonna start me on some pills. They're gonna make me super hungry, more hungry than usual. So hi, hello buffets. But yeah, we're gonna see how like that does, and I will update you guys on like what's going on. Yeah, like take care of your health, and if you guys know there's anything wrong with your health, go to a doctor. That doctor doesn't really understand or hear you. Go to another doctor, or go to another doctor until that doctor actually understands you, and actually it's like, yeah, okay, I got you. Because like actually trying to get someone to hear you and actually be on your side and actually understand like where you're coming from is such a hard thing to get, especially for me, because like a lot of people always focus on my weight as an issue. They never kind of like look kind of further until the line to be like, okay, well, this is why. It's not because you're overweight, because you're like you wish to have a system, you wish to have something that makes you overweight. I just wish that a lot of people wouldn't look at just like skin deep. I wish people like actually do their research and actually like, you know, do these things a lot better, so that way people like me wouldn't suffer on having like all these undiagnosed illnesses and issues as well. Because like if I wasn't a female and as a male, I'd probably in a lot more better position. And if I can like choose the gender of my future children, they'll be all males. Sorry. Like if you're like a female or like want girls, like knowing like coming from like my health history and what I'm having to suffer through with like PCOS and like having periods, stuff like that, and like trying to really play 50-50 on like playing kids or like playing with my own life at this. I already have a guy, or I already have like a boy, because boys don't really go through stuff like females do. Like females are super complicated and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't think I can go through this with my daughter. I will hate to have the same symptoms. I'll hate to have my daughter same symptoms that I used to have when I was growing up, and not have doctors take her seriously. But I think since I was like diagnosed like this, hopefully the doctors can be like, well, okay, we'll go ahead and diagnose her early and get her started on treatment super early, so that way she can still have a chance to kind of like have children, and so like able to do so without having the pressure be put on herself to be like, you gotta have kids now or else like it's game set over. And it's crazy. So I'm not really ready for a kid. I always wanted a kid, but I feel like if I can kind of like have a kid, hopefully I'll be ready. I don't know. I know it sounds kind of bad, sounds kind of weird, but I feel like this is like my only chance to have a child. And I know I can always adopt, and I've been doing a great job taking care of people's kids. But I was like, it's my turn to have a child, whether I'm ready or not. So hopefully, I mean, I know y'all will see me pregnant in the near future. I gotta be positive about this, and actually, be happy that I'm pregnant and I actually share my pregnancy story, and like I'll have like my rainbow baby, because like there were so many times where like I'll think I'm pregnant, but like due to the sense of PCOS, like my period will stop for a couple months, and I'm not thinking that it's PCOS, because no one really told me what PCOS was really, you know. Okay, I'm pregnant, and then I start bleeding really heavy. I said, oh my gosh, I miscarried. Like I never had like a positive pregnancy test. It's like, okay, well maybe I'm different, stuff like that. But nothing kind of really clicked in until the doctor was saying it. I was like, oh, this makes sense now. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. But yeah, make sure you guys get your health checked out, especially for females out there. We got a lot of complicated things down there. But stay safe and stay golden. See you guys later. Bye.